Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025. It's 2025. I was going to start this by saying the 2024 awards show. Fuck it. 2024 awards show. I don't do retakes. I'm just going to keep this in. Anyway, here's our postseason awards. This will probably be a two-parter. This is the first video in my string of postseason videos to keep myself occupied during these cold days. So yeah, I'm going to get into it. As you remember, my awards last year, I only gave out a couple. I'm giving out a lot of similar ones, but a couple more. And yeah, we're just going to go into it. And we jump right in. We don't announce the big awards last. We give them out first. My Manager of the Year award, as much as it pains me, goes to Cal. Last year I gave it to Briggs. He was the winner. You would think I would give it to the winner this year. It was a little different. Last year Briggs dominated from start to finish. This year our winner was a 6-8 team. It's hard to give Manager of the Year to someone who had a losing record in the regular season, although Brett would deserve it. I think Cal overall did better at managing. Briggs did get the better of him in one trade, but overall Cal had a bunch of good trades. He went 11-3. Manager of the Year, Cal Clary, Casa de Cinco. Congrats. And here's where we get fun with it. Worst Manager of the Year will be presented via guest presenter. Please hold.
Hello, boys. I am once again back, and this time it is a day where we can celebrate our next loser of this league, Pushan. Poosh, I could go into the specifics here, whether your trade for Jefferson, where you gave away the whole boat. I could go into, your draft strategy. I think what you need to accept here is that you're not good at fantasy football, and it's okay. I've been there before as a former loser of this league. So has Scott and Ishan. But it's okay, Pushan. We all love you. Something about Midwest boys stinking up this league. Now that you are you live in Illinois now. So shout out Poosh. Love you, buddy. Can't wait to see that three-piece moving in that 5K.
So yes, as you just saw, Pushan is the worst Manager of the Year. This is an award that last year went to Hayden as the loser, and this year also goes to our loser. It won't always go to our loser, but this year Pushan was exceptionally shitty. Horrible trades, horrible draft, horrible team, never stood a chance. He had Loser of the Year wrapped up with like 2 games left in the regular season. This was an all-around just horrible. And thank you for Hayden. Thank you to Hayden for presenting that and giving a little insight. It is fun that all 4 losers of this league have Midwest ties. Pushan, worst Manager of the Year, easy call. And speaking of Hayden, most improved Manager of the Year goes to him. I believe last year most improved was Ish and or Cal, if my memory serves. Hayden, last year was horrible. You were bad. And this year, I don't really know how you did it. Your team wasn't great, but you snuck into the playoffs. Not only that, you got 3rd. That's the most improved right there. I'm impressed. What a season. You deserve 3rd. Okay, we're starting a string of fun ones here. Unluckiest Manager of the Year goes to the person who had the 1-1 pick, Adam Sutton, the Squutton. He picked CMC 1-1 and he died. He picked Nico Collins in probably the 3rd or 2nd round, out for like half the year. He took Kamara in the 2nd or 3rd round, maybe the 4th. Kamara didn't finish the season when Sutton needed him the most. Unlucky. I mean, other people had a bunch of injuries. I know I had a bunch of injuries. I had myself down as the honorable mention for Rashid Rice going down, Dobbins going down, and me losing Diggs the second I trade for him. Had a little bit of bad luck. Other teams had bad luck, but nothing like this guy. The 1-1 pick is cursed. Hayden had it last year and lost the league. Hayden has had it 2 other times and has never done great. So the 1-1's cursed. You're unlucky. Everyone should be praying they don't get the 1-1 next year. Back to back for the boy. I gave Sutton this exact award last year, and I have a lot of fun facts for this award. So this is the Gotta Dial In award. Sutton won this last year, and I looked back in my video. Last year, Sutton made 3 waiver moves and went 7-7 and lost a tiebreak to get into the playoffs. This year, Sutton made 2 waiver moves and went 6-8 and lost a tiebreaker to get into the playoffs. So you just gotta imagine that if this kid just like woke up one Wednesday morning super early and played the waiver wire, he would have been in the playoffs the last 2 years and maybe could have gone on a run. Yeah, I mean Sutton, you gotta think that this kid knows how to draft a team. I mean, you guys going 500, not even playing the waivers is impressive. The kid obviously has some talent for this sport. He's not there mentally. He's too busy. I think last year's video I said he's too busy building the infrastructure of our nation's capital. That's still true. But what's more important, your job or this league? Apparently Sutton thinks it's his job. That's the wrong answer, Sutton. Dial it in. We need you in the playoffs next year. I don't want to give you this award again. Fuck. Kind of flying through these, I'm not going to lie. Fall off player of the year. I gave this to Brett last year for winning the championship in year 2 and then immediately not making the playoffs. Did the same thing. Briggs last year, most dominant performance this league has seen. Had the best regular season record and then walked to a championship. This year, he went from first, and now he finished in 12th. The only people below him in the standings were Rag and Pushan, and we already talked about Pushan, and you better fucking believe I'm about to talk about Rag a bunch. Yeah, so huge fall off for Briggs. It's weird because a lot of this league was really close this year in the middle tier. A couple of us were high, but yeah, it was ugly. He never really got traction. I'm not gonna lie, Briggs is a fun villain. I hope he's good again next year. It kind of took away from it a little bit. Brett stepped back up into the villain role. Cal's an obvious antagonizer villain. But yeah, we need the Boston Bakers back up in the playoffs. It wasn't quite the same. Fall off team of the year easily. Congrats on your award though. Okay, I'm re-recording this one because I looked at the word surprise for too long, overthought it, and thought I spelled it wrong. I did not. I'm not a complete idiot. So that's good. Anyway, surprise of the year. Cal, manager of Casa de Cinco. I also have an honorable mention, Hayden. At the beginning of the year, I looked at his team and at what he did last year and said he was going to be horrible. So I was a little surprised, but not as surprised as this. Cal did have a pretty good season last year, but I did not expect him to come out and be 11-3 and for most of the year be the number 1 team. It was impressive. He had a lot of good trades that turned a mid-team, as I predicted preseason, into a very good team that got very unlucky with this playoff matchup. So, yeah, surprise team of the year. Congrats, Cal. Enjoy your award. I think that's at least your second award, probably. I don't know. I don't know what order we're doing this in. Congrats on your award. All right, and in contrast to Cal's surprise of the year, my makes sense team of the year is Ish. At the beginning of the year, I predicted he was going to be maybe a playoff team, but he had no chance of winning at all. Quote, "We all know Ish is not going to win this league." That was a direct quote from me preseason, and that fucking made sense. Congrats on your award, though, Ish. Isn't this better than winning the league? Now go kill yourself. Anyway, that's part 1 of my postseason awards. I didn't want to try and squeeze it all into one video. That would be boring. I'd be speed talking. I'd only talk about each award for like a minute max, maybe 30 seconds. So we're just going to do a part 2. What do you got going on you can't watch these tonight? Fuck it. Just watch them.